Is that, how come?
Housewarming gift.
I like that.
Yeah, housewarming gift. This is coming, away you go, right? So, no, it's with the injury to Yamo, we're kind of looking at some different things, and we want to get the new guys up and going as quick as we can, and so just give it a try and see how it goes.
Is part of it that you have a pretty good idea what your guys here can do with McDavid, and you want to see both these guys at the same time?
A little bit, but just part. You're dealing with the injury situation too. I think this is going to be. It's going to take a little bit of time here, but because you got injured guys coming back, and just to see where the parts fit. It's easy to move things around on paper, but once you get out the ice, you got to see how things work out together and who might be a fit for each other. So it'll take a little bit of time, but I like where we at. All the three new players are really enthused about being here, all in good spirits. Our team was in good spirits today, but that being said, like we had a good win in LA yesterday. We came out of yesterday feeling like there's two parts to it. We've added good players to our group that will help us push along, but I really think the job that Ken and his staff did is a reflection of how well our players have played. Like they put ourselves in a position to where we're at, and that's exciting for our group. And I told that to the guys today. It's a big part of these new guys here to help are the work that you guys put in. So let's welcome the help with open arms, but we still got a lot of work to do. Yesterday we felt like it was a good day for us. We added some good pieces, but today we got to get back to work, and that's the message today.
So could you tell when Yamo got pulled down on the ice there? We could tell that he was hurt, but he still played the rest of the game.
Yeah, he was kind of. We talked to him on the bench, and he wanted to keep going, so he kept pushing through, and he got a little bit of treatment between periods, but he said he wanted to keep going, and unfortunately it was a little more sore yesterday, so we'll hold him out for a little bit here until he gets healthy.
Looked like he was a little angered. There was no penalty call on that.
Yeah, it was kind of I watched it. Yeah, kind of odd, just off balance a little bit, and he got kind of yanked. So it's one of those things that happens in a game.
To skate around and see if he was healthy, but he just went straight to the ref to yell at him.
Yeah, he did right to board.
That's good.
Where's the penalty?
Yeah, that's good.
So your defenseman has run. Green's run power plays for 15 years in this league. Is it too soon to have him come in and run yours? Do you have to wait for something like that?
No, we'll get him up and going. Like we like what our people have done with the power play here, so there's no use to change a lot of that, especially with Clef coming back hopefully early next week. So we'll just get him up and running here a little bit. Years ago he really helped run that power play in Washington, but it's kind of been in Detroit really balanced groups, and it's not as if he was taking the lead on it or anything, but he's a good skilled guy, a good smart player, and he'll help us 5-on-5, and if he gets some power play time, he'll help us there too.
It's the only difficult part. You get all these new players now with Yamo hurt. Didn't get to change all the lines around.
Well, that's right.
You had the lines working pretty.
That's why I say it's going to take some time here to see where all the parts fit, and some of it is because of the injuries, and some of it we have some new players here. So,
Dave, noticed that you and Andreas were skating around for a couple of laps before skate got started, just kind of help him get acclimated to the.
Yeah, you got to be careful not to overload them the first day. There's so much, they come in, they meet new teammates, they got to think about some new structure things that they've got to try to implement into the game, and just their nervousness about joining a new team. So you got to make sure that you just they're in a good spot, and basically I relayed to him, like, this is going to take some time to get up and go, and just come in and play well. Don't overthink the situation. Just get out there and help like we know you can. So they're all, the good thing about them, they're Double A is a younger player, but they're veteran players. They've been in the league for a while, so they understand the whole situation, and I think they'll come in and play well.
Did you get a chance to watch much video on any of the new guys?
All of them, yeah.
What did you come away with? Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, there's things you like about their game, and there's things that they're going to have to change just from structure-wise coming to our group. So those are things that, like I say again, will take a little bit of time to get rooted in how we play or whatever, and that's no different than anybody coming. But they all three of them have good skill. Obviously, Ennis and Double A have good speed. They've added a speed element to our forward group here now. So But again, I don't know if we'll really know what we have with everybody until we start getting some players back up front.
Well, is the reason that Archibald is playing with Leon that he's the same size as Yamo?
Oh, you might have to, Archie might be a little sour at that one. Be careful with that one. No.
Height-wise.
Yeah,
Height-wise,
similar,
the same
similar,
height.
similar kind of players a little bit, like there's things that I rely on Leon's line to do, and I wanted to put the new guys with Connor, so Archie gives us a similar look as Yamo there on that line.
Because he's defensively responsible, or he's started to score some goals too.
Well, no, he's a good two-way player. That's the way I look at Yamo too. Yamo's a good two-way player also. So that's what we're looking at.
Is this really disappointing for you and Yamo that he's just going so well, and now he has to sit out for a couple of weeks?
It is anything. A player gets hurt when he's impacting your roster as much as Yamo is. That's hard to see a guy go out. But that being said, you just deal with the injuries and move on. That's part of the game.